Alright folks, once again it's your boy Jakari, Twisted Nightmare Gaming, and if you are on the Facebook page for the channel, you would know that I put out a thing called, I put out a post on there that said, I have turned Yu-Gi-Oh! Into a game of 52 card pickup. Meaning that this deck is actually 52 cards. I'm not sorry about it. I did this sheerly for the lulz. It is a 100% legal deck. It actually can do what it needs to do IRL. Truth be told, if you decided to take out every single trap in this deck, you could still run this deck perfectly fine. The deck would then be 45. At that point, you'd be cutting into taking out extenders. But let's get started. It is a zombie deck. It is a control version of the zombie deck with my little twist to it. I did kind of take ideas from two main people, Cali Effect and Crush Cards. So let's get started. You should have already figured this out. 3 Ash. And why the hell aren't you focusing, you bastard? Okay. 2 Balladrock. With him, 2 Glow Up Bloom. That's kind of obvious at this point. I didn't think I'd ever be putting this card back into a zombie deck, but I was persuaded otherwise because of the fact that it actually is a pretty good extender. I just, I was kind of trying to sway away from it. 1 copy of Gozuki. And the primary reason why I only have, I only run 2 Drock, 2 Glow Up Bloom, is because I have 2 of each. I, for the life of me, can't find the other copies of either one, knowing that if you go back and look at last year when that structure deck came out, I bought 3 of them, so I just can't goddamn find them. Triple Jackabolin. Okay. 3 Mizuki. 2 Banshee. And then, the standard triple solitaire, the 2 most important summons in the deck. Triple solitaire, triple unizombie. Alright, and then here comes the combo portion of the control deck, which is really contradictory to how I normally play, because you guys know I don't normally build combo variants in this deck. I try to stick to the whole rivalry, get rivalry on the field, get Summer Limit, and get Zombie World on the field, and pretty much just lock my opponent out from there. But yeah, like I said, took ideas from both Crush Cards and Cali Effect on an actually better version of the control variant. So 2 Apprentice Illusion Magician. And if you don't know what the main reason why she's in here, it is literally pitch summon. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be pitching. It's discard to summon. So 9 times out of 10, I would say it does happen more often than not. You're going to be doing one of these 6. So 1 Bigfoot, 1 Choop, 1 Jack, 1 Nessie, 1 Bird, 1 Snake. Now, if I had Mothman, I'd be running Mothman. I strayed away from using Dogman, and I don't own a copy of Ogopogo. Otherwise, they'd be in this deck. Dogman, Mothman, and Ogo would probably be here in this deck at 1 as well, but for what I'm trying to do with it, I don't particularly need them. Yes, hell has officially frozen over, folks. I am actually running Dangers in the deck. And a zombie deck, no less. That is it for the monsters. I think that is the highest monster count I've actually run in a while. But spell cards, 1 Burial. I may jump that to 2. Foolish. Monster Born. 1 for 1. I'm gonna say this now. There's a possibility that I could, honest to God, switch something out for World Legacy Succession. I mean, it runs in this deck. Pot of Avarice. Triple Desires. Oh, another one that you can say hell froze over. Jakari's running Pot of Desires in a zombie deck. What the fuck is going on here? Rageki. Triple Super Poly. That's kind of standard. And then this is where I tend to be different from Crush cards, because I know Brian ends up doing more. He doesn't particularly want to run it at 3. He tries to, stay steadfast at running it at 2 because you have so many ways of getting it out. But I don't think I've ever run this under 3 in a zombie world. It's kind of self-explanatory. I will probably never run it at anything under that 3, and I can keep getting it. So as long as you're dumb enough to keep banishing, keep sending my banshees to the grave or banishing them, knowing that I run Burial, that's going to keep happening. And every time it gets sent to the grave, I'm going to quick banish that hoe, put it, and then literally activate Zombie Roll straight from the deck again. And then 7 traps. Triple Crackdown. And then this is where I differ from Callie, because I think he was only running like 1 or 2. But this is me. It's going to be me. I'm going to be different. I have to keep some solemns in this bitch. And then I brought back my trademark, Transmigration Prophecy. And yes, the solemns, yes, they are not only 3 different rarities. We have the Lost Art promo, the Ghost Rare, and Secret Rare. I mean, you should have seen that shit coming. That's just how I do around here. But that is it for the main. I said it's 52. You know what? We can go into the side. This is where you'll see the biggest difference between um, how things have changed from the side deck from my other ones. So 3, The Rock, Avenged Savior, Shogun Saga, and Sun Saga. That's the monsters in the side. So that's what, 6. Then Twin Twisters, Triple Evenly, and Triple Imperm. I think the Evenly Imperm, I think the only thing that really changed in my side deck were adding these 3 and cutting something else out, which I think I cut out the 3 copies of I think I cut out either Bell or Call By. Alright, then to the extra deck, and then you're going to see a lot of changes to the extra deck. Some things are similar, some things have been cut. As you notice, because, you know, Instant Fusion is at 1, I cut the entire Instant Fusion setup out. So, you know, no Thousand Eyes Restrict, no Millennium Eyes Restrict, none of that. That's all dead and buried at this point. I only have 3 legitimate Super Poly targets now. One Starving Venom to Drago Necro, and then Soldier of Chaos, Borosword, Crystal Halclifabrax, Link Karibo. This is where I differ from Cali Effect. He's running 2, I'm running 1. 1 Sucker, and 1 Yukiona. Yukiona is probably one of the biggest reasons, besides how Halclifabrax is the other reason why I did so much. There's so much change to how this can be controlled on a control-based deck now, even though you still do a shit ton of combo. And then the rest of the extra deck is actually all synchros. Because I decided to actually bring him back. Bills, Formula Synchron, Red Eye Zombie Necro, Shooting Riser, which these are the 2 targets for Hulk. And then because you run so many 8s, and I found myself doing it so many times where I've either had 8 and 3 with an Ash sitting on field as a tuner, or I've had 9 and 2 and then go, you know, do something else with those 2, and then actually no, because I'm not running any 10s, but I actually just hard synchro summoned the 1 lone copy of Star Eater, because it's absolutely hilarious that Star Eater can be running this deck. I am gonna retroactively choose not to try to do the combo tutorial for this, because that's not how, you know, I'm not really, I can do combo tutorials with it, but steer clear of that this time around. I will say this though, of course, you know, besides this deck, my other pride and joy is my Gravekeepers. I will do a legal version of the Gravekeeper deck that I'm going to currently build. I'm going to be playing for the time being. Once we can actually start playing legitimate, you know, playing IRL again, it'll probably resemble a lot like what I did in what's in the deck profile that's going to be coming up real soon. Um, but yeah, like I said, I just right now just building decks with stuff that I have. Um, I have something interesting coming up really soon with Eldlich, where I'm going to say it, where everyone else is doing more of the invoke build, which it can, tends to be the more superior version of the deck. So I don't own no invoked. I ain't doing invoked. Since I have everything for Shaddoll's, I'm gonna build a Shaddall variant. So that will be coming up real soon. I'm literally just waiting on 2 cards to come in. Otherwise, if I pull them, then I can, I'll do the deck profile. I'll say this right now. I have an Eldlich variant of zombies where you're going to see a lot of the stuff that was in this and that, simply because we ain't got no souls, so we ain't playing no souls. But you will see Apprentice, and you'll see, like I said, a lot of the stuff that's in the main deck of this one. You'll probably see about a third to half of that inside of this one, because you know me, I'm gonna jankify something to play it to my standards, and it's gonna be fun for me. But this has been your boy Jakari, Twisted Nightmare Gaming. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for all future notifications. And I'll catch you on the next one.